Geek Council.
What's happening, and welcome back to Gentlemen's Council. I am Adrian Taylor. And yeah, man, I got another one for you, man. I was gonna wait to January 1st to do this, but I'm not that type of person. I'm not the New Year's new me, you know, goal centric, waiting for a time period to start. Today is uh December. I think probably by the time I post this video, it'll probably be the 19th of December. But I am going to start implementing Spanish into my day all day as much as I possibly can for 30 straight days. I'm going to not speak that much English. I am going to be speaking more in Spanish and seeing how I do after those 30 days. I'll create a video talking about it, especially at the midpoint, um, to see where I'm at, see how my thinking is. And once again, guys, I'm not a beginner. I must say that I am not a beginner. I am someone that is probably, if I had to pick a level, is more intermediate level of speaking Spanish. I'm not fluent, but I'm dangerous enough to, you know, move around in the language and get what I need to get done and talk about what I need to talk about. And for those that follow me, they know that that was my initial goal. My initial goal was to, be able to go to a Spanish speaking country and live, and be able to express what I need to express, get done what I need to get it done, and get out of there. Right. Enough to be dangerous. It was never, with the goal of being fluent. And so now what you're finding me doing is changing my process of how I conduct business and how I'm learning the language. There's some things that I should have done. I did not focus on grammar. I didn't focus on grammar at all when it came to learning the language. Now I find myself focusing on grammar because it is necessary for what my goals are now. Previously, it wasn't. Now it is. I want to be able to do business in Spanish, let alone talk and, possibly, not possibly, because I am going to become fluent, to the T or to the point of where I need to be, where I can be amongst the natives doing business in Spanish. So what you're doing is seeing me switch my goals up. And in this process, I'm finding what works best for me to help me get to the level that I'm trying to get to now, because I've been doing things the same way, since I became dangerous in the language. And so getting out of that routine is extremely hard, right? I got to get uncomfortable in my conversations because I'm trying to get to another level. So if I'm not uncomfortable, then I'm not growing, and not saying every single conversation I have should be uncomfortable, but I have to take myself to the next heights. I have to do more. I have to, understand better, right? Learn more vocabulary outside of the everyday, vocabulary of Spanish that's spoken. I have to learn phrases. One thing that I didn't really do or spend time on was phrases. Let me tell you guys, when I speak Spanish, I am speaking from an English standpoint normally, meaning I say things, I translate things in my head from English to Spanish. So sometimes they don't even translate. And so then I have to explain what I'm talking about. Right. So now I'm taking the time to learn certain phrases that don't translate in English, but they translate in Spanish. That means the things that I'm trying to learn. And I'll give you an example, right? I was saying, I was saying from time to time. And in my mind, I'm like, how do you say from time to time? Right? What is that phrase from time to time? Now, in my mind, I would say either de vas a vas, right? That's what I would think, or de tiempo a tiempo, right? But it's not that, right? It doesn't translate that way. It's de vas a cuando. What? Right? A time to win. That makes absolutely no sense in my head. But I'm learning, right? Like, oh, but this is the phrase. This is how you you use it are the different nuances that I didn't take the time to also learn to become fluent. And so now we on this page and now we're going for it. So I'm going to, after 2 weeks, I'm going to post a video and give an update of how it has helped me. So some of the things that I'm using, if you guys want to follow along, I do Duolingo. I use Duolingo for vocabulary, simply for vocabulary. Um, I use YouTube. I listen to, different stories, different channels on YouTube, duct tape. Um, I listen to I listen to other just people speaking in Spanish, news, um, anything that I can find just help me. And then what I tend to do is write down phrases or words that I don't understand, go back, look them up, and then or either get with my tutor and talk about them to figure it out, start using them in a sentence so that way they can stick and continue to grow. So yeah, so Duolingo, right? It's one thing that I use. I use YouTube for my listening, and then I have tutoring to talk about, different subjects, especially new subjects, right? We're talking about real estate. We're talking about owning a business. These are things that I do not talk about, so it's very, very uncomfortable for me. And so that's what I'm doing. If you guys want to join me, let's do it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave me a comment. Tell me how your Spanish journey is going. Let's see if we can work together. I had created a group previously, and I'm thinking about bringing it back. Let me know if you guys want me to do that. All right. Until next time. Peace.